Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, we're going to introduce the new Wilson Ultras version 5. We haven't seen them yet. Literally, they just landed, and I haven't taken them out of the packages. Stay tuned. Guys, we all know Direct Tennis is your space for finding a tennis stringer in your neighborhood. And if you are a stringer yourself, join their network. Become a Direct Tennis stringer. But they have now opened up a big online store. Check out the store and you'll see they'll have the Whiteout version 2, the Clash version 3, the Pure Drive, plus all the rackets that are in line currently. Check out their online store at directtennis.online. All right, so I just got my Wilson Ultra V5s, like the whole line of them. And Perry just happened to be at the coffee shop right behind me here. And I was like, hey, Perry, you want to see some Wilsons?
Sure. Why not? Let's check it out.
So what a coincidence, huh? I get Wilsons today. I come to Starbucks, which I never do. And Perry's there. What are the chances?
Slim to none, I would say. But glad I ran into you.
Yeah, right. We could share and we can talk about, you know, I haven't even seen these rackets in person yet. Literally,
the big unveiling.
They just landed on my head. So the first one, I'm gonna do them from, you know, light to heavy, I guess is what I'm gonna do. So this is ultra light. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Ultra light 100 version 5. Whoa. Ooh, that's blue.
That's very blue.
That is, man. Is they call that electric? Can I call that electric blue?
I believe so. Interesting.
Wow. Look at that ultra in the tealy. I guess I can call it teal.
Now that's peculiar.
And this is teal.
I just, you know, while I was walking into Starbucks, I happened to have my racket in my hand. Full disclosure, I am a Yonex brand ambassador. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. But yeah, so I was waiting for my coffee and I just happened to have my racket in my hand. And wait a minute.
This is bluer.
Right. But interesting choice of color combination.
I think everybody's doing this blue teal thing. I don't understand why everybody's doing this. Is that like the flavor or color of the year or something?
Well, Babolat has their Pure Drive, which is kind of like a off bluish, like a steel blue sort of thing. But then
the Percept is this color, right?
Right. Interesting.
Now the other thing that's interesting is Wilson is kind of all in Marta.
Oh, that's their star spokesperson for the Ultra.
I guess so, because they did a whole thing with shoes for her. They developed those intrigues for Marta too, using her as the test subject. So that's interesting.
They must have high stock, obviously, in her
Marta
potential.
better be doing good. Better be
No
winning
pressure.
a slam this
No
year.
pressure. Oh boy.
2025 is your year, Marta.
Oh boy, can you feel that, Marta? The pressure that Harry's putting on you?
No pressure, baby.
It's true. It's tremendous.
No pressure.
Oh,
okay, you don't have to win. Okay?
But
Not
you have to
today.
win.
Not today, but tomorrow.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways,
my Lord.
Uh,
Now, flashback, do you happen to recall a Wilson Ultra FPK?
yes, totally. It looked It was blue just like this, but it was
maybe a little more purplish.
shining purpley. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
I have one at home.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're talking 30 plus years ago.
Well, that just shows you both of our ages.
Yeah.
But,
thin flat beam.
yes. So I think that has shades of that, no?
Yeah, I agree. I think it even had teal in there.
Yeah,
just
teal,
like
and then bits of like reddish
that
orange.
red, just like that little W right there.
Had like the little squiggly, very 80s.
Very
graphics.
80s retro look. I love the 80s. I wish we could take our technology and go back to the 80s.
Oh, yes.
And do tap to pay too. No cash. Anyways,
exactly.
So ultralight.
Cool. Yeah. Interesting.
What do those specs say right there?
Let's take a peek.
Right there in the front. Yeah.
100 square inch head size. Let's see, 9.2 ounces or 260 grams. Feather light.
Light.
4 points headlight, so still a little headlight. Standard 27 inches and 16 by 19 string pattern.
Perfect. So this would be for that 12-year-old, I would say. 12 to 13-year-old, first entree into a adult racket in this weight. Who would you, would that be your customer?
I would agree. You know, like an aspiring junior, you know, somebody that's, that's transitioned from a junior to an adult type racket. Maybe he was playing competitively or is training. I think that'd be a great transitional racket, you know, before their next growth spurt, so to speak. Or for that adult that maybe isn't quite strong and they want something that's light and comfortable, that maybe is playing recreationally, more so that they just want something. And there's kind of a growing segment, at least from what I'm seeing. In our customer base, that I want something really light. I just want something that's easy to wield. And sure.
So check this out. You can actually read this now.
Whoa.
Yeah,
can.
They're making it so you can read specs now, not like, can I get my trifocals in there to read the two fonts? Yeah,
and can I use the same color but lighter as the paint job as the...
Right,
it's like, let's make it as difficult as possible.
I don't know if you can see it, but at least you can see the teal part of it in there. And then the black part is the specs.
Yeah. Any new technologies?
So let's see what it says here. Explosive power in 4 languages.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait. There's a scale here. Power results. 5 out of 5. Spin, 3 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Swing speed is medium fast.
Huh.
I don't know what technologies are in here, though, because I didn't read the thing yet. Did you happen to see anything?
I think that it's the same type of carbon handle as the Blade version 9. So it's a singular piece of for more stability.
Oh, the cap. The cap. That's right.
So
you don't break this off.
All you hard hitters out there. Some more stability, I guess, in that respect. Has the the Apparel drilling.
45?
Yes, the new bumper, the easily.
Oh yeah, thank you, Wilson. How about that? A company that actually thinks about the person that has to string it,
the racket,
and put head guards on it. I'll do a video on that on another thing, but they made it so easy to put a head guard on now for most people. So, but I'll show you that in a different video. So that's the ultralight.
Yeah.
Now, is this line supposed to be emphasizing more power, more feel?
I don't know much about. I mean, to me, when I think ultra, I think direct competitor to a pure drive.
Right.
It's in that same wheelhouse to me.
So this is a 100, and we have
that's the L version.
9.9.
Okay.
Which is 280, 6 points headlight, 27 inches, 1619. So
nice.
For that lady who doesn't want a 300-gram racket and Yeah, don't want a 100-gram racket, 300-gram racket.
Yeah, so should be quick, maneuverable, obviously,
Yeah.
but should you'll gain in stability compared to the ultralight. So,
Exactly.
yeah, probably for that, USTA player that wants something quick and agile, but wants some stability. I think that's what they're going to as far as racket manufacturers. Try to get the weight down to increase swing weight or swing speeds, but maintain some stability, which is critical. So
Yeah.
with a firm racket like this, you should get that.
Yeah. We're going to actually string these and then learn the details about each one and go over each one in future videos. This is just kind of an unveiling right now.
Ooh.
111.
Say what?
So they canned the 108 and brought out a bigger head for those people who frame the
And
rackets.
who better to endorse that than Alex Minaur?
Oh, from Marta to Minaur.
Wow. The
Minaur,
demon himself.
Minaur's the 111, man.
That's so funny. Let's see. So the specs on this 111 square. I think that's a first. I don't know if I've ever seen.
I've never heard of it.
Square inch head. 9.5 ounces or 270 grams. So bump up a little bit. 8 points headlight.
Whoa.
That's quick.
Points headlight.
8 points headlight. So 32 centimeters. 27.25 or 27 and a quarter inch. So a little added length, which is going to give you a little more leverage. Yeah, a little more swing weight.
Oh, what?
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Very
Wow.
interesting.
That is probably. Oh, look at the beam. Little thicker.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a little thicker.
Yeah. So for somebody looking for obviously power potential.
16, 18 on that. Took one less cross too.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know if you said that, but I mean.
Oh my goodness.
Now I just noticed that.
You want power?
Oh yeah.
You got power, baby.
Wow. Forget the 108s. This
See,
is what I'm using.
Wow. So 16, 18. So good spin potential, good pocketing, I would imagine.
Yep.
Wow. And the quarter of an inch longer, it's going to give you some added leverage, a little more snap on the serve.
Yeah, I mean everybody does 107, 108. Like
Yes.
I'm glad they thought out of the box.
Yeah, 111. That's
all right. So the number one selling racket in the line is the 300-gram one, also called the Ultra 100.
wow. Look at that. Now I can feel the heft in that a little bit.
Well, I mean, compared to that, of course.
Yes.
That thing's floating on air.
Yeah. So same 100 square inch head, 300 grams or 10.6 ounces, 7 points headlight. So very, very pure drive-esque, 27 inches. Yeah. 16 by 19. So
Number one selling racket in the nation for the Ultra line. What? Oh. Look.
really? Huh. Who? Oh, okay.
We are
Interesting.
referring to Maria Sakkari.
Hey now.
You know what? I admire them for doing this because they're paying these athletes. They might as well use their faces, even though they ain't really using these rackets.
Now, allegedly.
Right? It's better than putting Fed on all the placards, right?
Wow.
And then using the same placard, and then putting like a laundry list of what all the line is on the back. I'm
Sure.
glad we're doing a little bit more detail and less cost cutting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wilson.
And I'm sure
So-
I'm sure Maria's appreciative of that. And
Yeah.
Alex and absolutely, you gotta showcase the talent.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think this looks already like a great update in terms of color.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to swing this thing and
Yeah.
see what the real changes are and what makes it different.
Being that you're more Wilson, like I guess versed, I saw something about it being a dual tapered beam of some type?
It looks thinner here. It does look thinner here. And then it's obviously thicker here, and it's probably thinner here.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
stability.
We're probably going back to hyperhammer days.
Hey now. Hey now. If I see perimeter weighting system.
No, wait, you're right. Look at this. Look at this. It's thin here. I don't know the specs offhand. Look, it's thin here. It thickens up right there.
Yep.
And then it thins out right there.
Yeah. So you gain that stability in the mid to lower hoop.
Could it be we are going back to the 80s? 90s?
I did see something about them going back to the original ultra configuration or ultra mold.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
We will expand on each one of these as we test them out. All right. Now.
What everybody's been waiting for.
Brackets we saved because we wanted you to stay until the end.
Oh.
The 99 Pro, guys. What you've been waiting for. And so Alex de Minaur again. Okay. This makes more sense.
Yes. Now, right off the bat, gloss finish versus satin finish. That looks great, actually. Well done on the paint. That's pretty. 99. 305 grams. Okay.
Yeah.
6 points headlight. 6 points headlight. I would have expected a little bit more headlight. 16 by 18 pattern. Wait a minute. What does that sound like to you?
Sounds like something that Emma Raducanu might use. Guys.
Steam-esque, perhaps?
Very Steam-esque. So, guys, this is the mold. Could be the racket that a lot of the pros that are hitting Wilson are using, except that it's painted like something else. Could it be? Perhaps a blade or something else that Wilson is promoting. Yeah. But this is the actual racket that is just, you know, this is like the core racket, and then it gets modified to their specs via some customization, right?
Yes.
So they brought this racket out because it's probably the #1 mold that's used on the Wilson team by the pros, the #1 requested racket. Blade Pro being very similar to this and probably being right there with it. But this is the one that's most requested by most of the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks great.
So, and now you can actually get it too. They keep it in, like you commented on a couple things, like the 6 points headlight, and then the 10.8. I feel like they need to keep it like that so that you can make it heavier or rebalance it.
Yeah.
You know,
however
you want.
Yeah. I just noticed this, how it's, you know, like this portion of the hoop. It's, yeah. Interesting, and that's the same on the.
Oh, it's indented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right here. Right here, it's indented.
Yeah.
Kind of like the. Wait a minute. No, it's indented too.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, you hold this one.
It's even more.
I'm gonna go feeling up my racket here. Oh yeah, like the indentations are still there, so we don't need to worry about that.
I guess it's thinner in these areas, maybe to expand the sweet spot a little bit more.
Yeah. Now, is that for flex or is that for?
Could be for both.
Yeah.
Because you're increasing the surface area technically, right?
Yeah.
Maybe to allow for more string movement also.
So here's the thing. Hold this for 1 second.
Sure.
So here on 3 and 9, this one stays firm, stays solid.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, I don't feel it. But here it's indented.
Interesting.
On the 3 and 9, but it's always been that way for that.
Yeah.
So it's indented here
in the top
and here in the 4 and 8 quadrants.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before.
So that tells me that you're wanting it to flex here though if you do this, right?
Potentially.
Yeah.
or allow for more movement, maybe of the string bed.
Interesting. But let me give you a closer look. Ultra gloss.
Yeah. Like while I was in line for my coffee, and I was like, I don't know why I was leafing through this thing about these ultras that were coming out, but it said something about that this particular one doesn't have all the tech that has been added to all these other models in the line. It's kind of like a stripped down version of is that typically how they've done it with their pro rackets versus their...
So we know that new models need new buzzwords, new technology, new something, new paint, right? You can't, I mean, the rolling joke is, oh, it's the same racket, just new paint job. How many times have I heard that? I've repeated that in some rackets before, right? Because pretty much that's all it is, right? You add a buzzword, you throw a paint job on it, and there you go. Now, in these, sorry, there's a freaking fly here. Bugging me. And so in the core rackets, I mean, pros, you know this too. Pros don't want change. I mean, they barely want you to freaking paint the thing a different color, right? I mean, it takes some people easier than others, but, think about like Rafa. You changed his paint, he started losing, he went back to the old paint, right? So, but the core racket is the same. I want it pure, right? I don't want anything, because if you alter anything in a racket like this, first of all, you're in my head, right? Even if you don't tell me, I'm probably good enough to feel it.
Sure,
right?
And it's my livelihood that that you're putting on the line.
Exactly.
This could cost me points. It could cost me prize money. It could, why tinker with it?
Right. So we have to keep the core racket the same. I mean, I'm going to let you paint it just because you're paying me to play with it, and I have to play with the latest and greatest color.
But don't mess the formula up.
Right, exactly.
Right, like that first arrow, the one that he's always used, the original arrow, non-Cortex.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why this has to stay pure without new tech and without new names in there, because the purist has to have it that way.
Makes sense. So hence pro version. So it's basically, it's down to its core elements, no additives, no preservatives.
Exactly.
Got it.
Only organic.
Organic graphite, that's it.
That's right. So guys, you can get it now, and I've been told that every dealer will have access to this. It will not be a Wilson exclusive or an online exclusive. So your local person will be able to get this Ultra Pro 99.
Cool.
All right. So this is the one I'm really excited to hit with.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah. All right. So that is the line. First look at the new Ultras.
Yeah.
Look for more of our reviews in the upcoming days and weeks. All right. Perry? Oh, put that down.
Sorry.
Thank you for doing this Wilson review with me, or intro
with
me. Yeah. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.